Right. You could kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but maybe you could pinpoint just some way in which camp has really helped and strengthened both your running and your faith. Maybe just pinpoint one thing.
Yeah, well, I'd say the biggest thing is, like I talked about a little bit earlier, just the perspective that I get. Because running is such a performance-oriented sport and driven sport. You know, every morning you get up and you do your run or your workout, and you know exactly how well you did that day. And it's really easy for your heart to just start running for the wrong reasons. And, like, it's so easy. I battle that all the time and find myself running for the wrong reasons, you know, time and time again. But I always come back to camp and getting that fresh perspective of why do I run. And for me, it's to worship God with my body, and that's when I'm really in my moment, my flow, and when I really feel like I'm doing what I was created to do. So I'd say the biggest thing at camp is just getting that perspective back, because it's so important. It's so important. Like, it really changes your season more than the outcomes of races, you know, because your perspective is how you handle those good or bad races. It's just the lens you look through, you know, it's how you view the world. And, you know, some things are going to happen to you that maybe are outside your control, like getting injured or sick or things like that. And the best way to handle that is to have the right perspective going into it. So just the preparation for that is just huge.
Yeah, great. As you think back about some of the camps that you've been at in the past, what would be like a favorite memory that stands out to you, something that you really thought is funny?
There's lots of fun times at camp. I remember last year we were going down to the hot springs the last night. It's kind of a camp thing. And we just had a really good time. Like I said, just looking out at the stars, and we were sitting in a natural hot spring. And it was just a really good time of fellowship and just hanging out and just kind of reflecting on camp and just kind of just worshiping God, you know. But on the way back, so we're going out there, like Nick, I think it was, Nick Schutz was there, but then Greg was there too. And he was driving, and he's like, I don't have much gas in my car. Like, so we go out there, and I was like, oh, we'll be fine. I'm not going that far, you know, because I'm like the local. I'm supposed to know my way around. And so we go out there, and then on the way back, I tell him to go the wrong way. And so he guns it the wrong way for like 20 minutes, and sure enough, like, that was what tipped the scale. And we're coming back up to Mammoth, and we run out of gas like 3 miles away from town. But luckily we had a guy following us in a truck, and he just came up behind us and just nudged us and just slowly rolled us all the way up the hill to the gas station. And then the gas station was closed when we got there. But we were just having a good time, just laughing about it. No one was mad or stressed or anything. It was just like, just a good memory.
Right. What about favorite runs you have up here, or favorite meals at the Altitude Project?
I really enjoyed like I like the scavenger run, the scavenger hunt run, I guess. It's fun because you're just in a group and you just get to go explore all over town. It's in competition, and it's just like I said, you run a lot, and it's just fun, and you're not really thinking about running. You're just enjoying it, and you're with a bunch of other guys who are Christian runners, and that's always a fun run. And then the food's always really good at camp. Highly recommend the food. I'm a big fan of Mexican food, and they have Mexican night a couple nights, and you know, burritos. I'm a sucker for burrito. Have burrito night, so it's really good.
Right. This year at camp, I was talking with Jay Stevenson, and he said that he saw you out at what race was that?
Peachtree.
Peachtree, that's right. Yeah, and he said that he got to talk with you a little bit, and then I saw the Flowcast video that you and Andrew Carlson did over in Europe, and it's just neat to see how you got to run into these two athletes from the Altitude Project and in different parts of the U.S. and around the world. And how does that experience, that happens a lot, I would assume, getting to see people from the Altitude Project in different places, how does that encourage you or help you with your running?
It's such a unique aspect of this camp, you know, because most camps, you have your camp time, then everyone leaves, and they're like, oh, we'll keep in touch, like, we'll email forever, we're friends for life, and then, like, you never talk to them again, you know. But this camp's not like that. Like you said, like I've seen Andrew, and we become good friends. I see him, all over Europe. I see him, all over the states that we do here. Just guys like Jay and just a whole bunch of altitude project guys I've seen at various races. So we've maintained relationship, and that's a really neat thing to be able to go to races where maybe you don't know too many people and see a familiar face and get to pray together before races and encourage each other. It's a really neat thing, and it kind of brings down the competitive barrier too. 'Cause like when I was in college, I got to know a lot of the Washington guys, and I remember praying with them before Pac-10s my senior year in cross and things like that, where it's like you become the body of Christ together, and you really keep that relationship alive, and it's a really neat part about this camp that you're not gonna lose contact with people here.
Yeah, great. So would you recommend this camp to people if you saw somebody at a meet and they asked you about the altitude project? Would you recommend it to them, and why?
Based on what I said, probably not. Obviously, yeah, like for sure. And I do tell people about it, and it's definitely impacted my life, and I can't say that about too many things. I've been to a lot of conferences, I've been to a lot of different Christian functions and stuff, and I don't want to give one of those phony things that's changed my life, but honestly, it wouldn't be right for me to say it hasn't, because it has definitely impacted my life. And really, it's kind of like Jim Ryan's running camp, where you come and you feel like you became a part of a family. You don't feel like you just went to camp and then left and that's it. You feel like you've become part of something, and that's why I'd recommend camp, is just because of the people there, and you guys do a great job running the camp, and it's a good time, and you learn a lot, but the relationships you develop there will be lifelong. So I definitely recommend.
Great. You have any other comments you want to make before we close up here?
I just tell people to just seize the opportunity, and if you're thinking about going to camp and you're not sure if you're gonna be able to afford it or whatever, get in touch with me, email me, or do whatever. I want to see lives changed, and I think this camp is, we really support it, and I think it's a great thing. So don't let anything stop you. If you're interested, if it seems like a good fit for you, come check it out.
Great. Well, thanks for helping out here, and it's been a pleasure having you up each year, and I hope your running goes well this season. So
Sweet. Thanks,
thanks for watching, guys. Bye.